Hello, everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw the Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, action pose. Let's see if I can get this right. You don't know how long it took me to get the sketch right. And I still didn't get it right. I went with an alternate pose. And that's how it happens sometimes. Sometimes it's just not quite there, you know? And also sometimes that's why you just gotta rethink what you're doing, because I had something in my head, and unfortunately I don't have a model. I mean, I guess I could have posed in that position, but it didn't work out. It just, no matter what I was doing, it wasn't working out. And that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes, you know, it just doesn't quite work out. So that's how life is. You know, sometimes it doesn't work out. You know what? I guess we'll talk about disappointment today. It's an emotion. It's a feeling. Sometimes it happens, and you know, it's, you know, upsetting, sure, but you know, it's part of life. You know, it's part of, well, you know, it doesn't always work out. And you know, maybe I'm, you know, what I was trying to say is maybe this is a drawing not working out is inconsequential compared to other horrible things going on in the world. You know, it could be much worse. And so that's what I kind of look at it as. Well, you know, it happens. And yeah, I didn't get to do the drawing the way I wanted, but if that's the worst thing that goes wrong for me today, then I'll be thankful, right? That's how I kind of look at life. It's like there are things that could happen and go wrong and whatnot, but man, there's so much else going on in the world that I will take this tiny loss, because that's all it is. It was just a tiny little drawing that it didn't go exactly the way I planned. That's it. That's all. And I'm kind of liking this better, you know, because the one I had was a very dramatic action pose. And don't get me wrong, I mean, you know, he's, I don't want to spoil it, you know, he ends up being a good action posing star. Like when he comes, when they need him, right, it works, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying not to spoil, just in case somebody hasn't seen it out there. But at this point, you probably should have, right? Right? Hasn't it been out long enough? I mean, it hasn't been out long enough. Nothing has ever been out long enough for everybody to see, because not everybody's going to watch. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, at this point, if you're here, you should have already watched it, right? So I kind of can forgive a little bit of well, you know, at this point, everybody should know. So what I'm saying is, when it's taking me a long time to say, I'm going about the long route, right? Is he's not the big superhero. What's the big action guy? Peacemaker. You know, he's not the big Peacemaker superhero or super villain, I guess, right? They're not heroes. They're bad guys. He's not the big action star. That's what I'm trying to say. But when it comes time for, it always takes me a long time to say this, but when it comes time for him to do what he's got to do, man, he's awesome. So, when I did this pose, I realized that. It's like, oh, wait a minute. This is too action pose. So, you know, the fact that it didn't work out, well, that works. That works. Okay, let me draw his hand out real fast. I had a very dynamic, and this I'm going to stick with, a very dynamic, dramatic hand. So give me 1 second to concentrate on it. I'll be drawing a little too dark here because what I like to do is erase my confidence lines. Sorry, erase the sketch lines and stick with the confidence lines. Yeah, maybe going too dark there, but let's see what we can do. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, let me draw a head real fast. I think I'm going to draw him with the goggles. I kind of did everybody else with their adornments, right? Would that be the right word? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let me fix up some of these details real fast. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I think I'm about ready. I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. And do I want to draw polka dots? Because, okay, so here's the thing. Because this costume has a lot of polka dots, I think I'm going to leave that for color. Except for the ones coming out of his hand, obviously. Okay, so let me erase some of these lines real fast. Because, again, what I like doing is throwing lines down until I'm more confident with the placement, the position, and the proportions, the 3 Ps. And when I do get what I want, when I feel more confident with those, I start pressing harder. So when I lightly erase like this, the sketch lines will disappear pretty easily. Confidence lines need more pressure, but I'm not quite applying that much pressure. So what's left are our sketch lines, our confidence lines, and what's gone is a sketch line. So we're gonna follow our confidence, get rid of our sketchiness, and we'll do amazing things. Okay, I think that's enough. I can see where we're gonna go. And I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. If you want to see more DC characters, check out that playlist right there, or just do a search in the playlists in general for whatever you're wanting, because I may have already drawn it. I've drawn so many things that I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So if not, give me a request and I'll see what I can do. I am going to jump right in with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line width much better, and I'm going to work on the eyes, the mask, right? So I'm going to draw the circles for his goggles. Kind of like this, where his eyes would be. I like it, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to draw the eyes inside there. I'm just going to leave it open for the goggles, right? The circles, right? I don't know why I'm trying to come up with a better word. The goggles. How about I just say it over and over again? The goggles. Alright, and it's going to go around his head, so I know where it's going to go with my sketch, so I'm going to go ahead and follow that line. I know it's just kind of floating a line for you, but like I said, I know where the end is going to be. Now it wraps around his head, so we're not seeing quite as much as we are over there, so this is going to be my edge. Right? Now I thicken up my edges. You'll see more as I go, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match where that's going to go. So now I can draw his I guess his overall hood, right? Let's draw his nose so you can get a feel for the face. And let's see, I'm going to draw his mouth right underneath. Pretty simple mouth, because he's very, how would you put it? Melancholy? Yeah, I'm trying to tiptoe around words, because, you know, technically if he's got a mental state, you know, I'm trying not to disparage people with this kind of mental state, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, okay, so his hood thing kind of goes around, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring it down. Right? And then start attaching it. Oops, I'm making this a lot thicker than I was expecting to, but again, that's okay. Compared to where this line's about to go, you'll see. That's okay with me. Yeah, so now I'm just going to draw the rest of his head, kind of coming around. There, not bad, not bad. Usually I straighten out my line here, because I don't ever get it right. So that's also what helps me whenever I thicken my lines up. I can kind of smooth some things out, you know, fix any mistakes. Let's see. Yeah, just something like that. Not bad, not bad at all. Okay. All right, so the details of the costume, I already talked about this. The polka dots I'm going to do with color, so don't even worry about those. We're just going to draw the costume, basically. So this arm is in front of everything else, so I got to draw that first. So I'm going to draw his neck, but his shoulder is raised, so all that's just kind of raised up. So I need to bring his arm up. And I guess I technically would have raised up the neck part right there too, so I'm going to angle that just a little bit. and start to draw the arm in front of everything else. So here's his sleeve to his power coupling polka dot releaser, I guess, is what that's going to be. There's his elbow piece is what that is. His elbow pad, right? So the back of his arm. And I like doing stuff like that, so it's kind of wrinkled, you know, it's kind of bumpy. I didn't mean for it to be that bumpy. Look how creased that is. But I mean, it is wrinkled material, so I'll go ahead and add stuff like that just to kind of justify all the bumps that I put in there. Let's see, there is kind of a little pattern here. Something like that for the elbow pad. Okay, now his hand is over that piece, so this is going to get a little tricky, but I have these vents open and then the fingers on top of the arm piece. So let's do something like this. There's the edge of it. And then we're going to come this way, open that one. So I'm kind of having the vents open is what it is. And then the fingers are going to be kind of behind it. So I can kind of get away with doing something like that. And then this hand is here, so you can see like these fingers like this. Okay, that's all you're going to see of that hand. It'll make sense when the drawing gets going, you'll see. And so these are going to be little vents that are going to be open, so I'm going to kind of double them up as much as I can, like this, just to show that they are usually closed panels, but at this point they're open, right? Like when he fights, when he uses his polka dots, they are open vents. Alright, now this one's kind of, you gotta think of it this way, like if this is a flap, like they're open, right? Now, as they're opening, because they're going on his arm like this, they're open, but then it starts to turn as your arm turns, right? So that's, I got one like this, one like this, one like this, one like, kind of like that. So that's kind of why I chose those patterns. All right, so this hand is going to be dynamically open. We're basically doing this, is what we're doing. So, bear with me. We're going to go here for his hand. Right, there's his pinky. It's hard with a big Sharpie, but I'm going to try to do it. There's the back of his hand. Then all the fingers here, let me draw the thumb too so you see where we are. All the fingers are going to be spread out like that. So in other words, this one's straight across, the other ones are going up, right? So then you're going to go up with the fingers. So here's the ring finger. The middle finger, slightly taller on each one. And then the index finger is going straight up. So see, dynamic hand, the back view like that. And just round out some of these fingers. They didn't quite come out as round as I wanted, but again, that's what happens when you're using the big Sharpie. You don't always get the detail you want. All right. Okay, so let me draw his body real fast. So I'm going to close that off. And and then his chest, and then his shoulder, but of course you can't see it because of that. So let me draw his body into his belt. That'll kind of give us a good stop point. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so I can draw his stomach into his chest, and there's his edge. So now, for the other arm, because you can't see it, because of everything else it's in the way, the arm, the chest, and stuff like that, all we're really going to do is say the hand's right there, so this part's coming down here like this. Right? Which is this part, but closed. Elbow. Then back up to the arm, but again wrapped around and creases of material. So that's all you're going to see. So again, we're kind of limited by I mean, we chose this by the position, but that also means that we are only drawing what we see. So I'm going to close those vents. That. So see, that hand's behind that one, opening that, boom, 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 boom. Let's go ahead and do some polka dots while we're here. Kind of flying out. Like, might as well, right? And let's see how many more. Just a few more. Boy, my paper's all warped from my hands sweating all over it. That's why I try to use this, but doesn't always work. Okay. So he does have a zipper and stuff like that, so I'll add that in a second. Let's go ahead. Well, no, let's do it now. Let's do it now. So his zipper, I'm going to use it to kind of show the wrinkles in his material too. Right, so by doing that, I'm showing that there's wrinkles and folds and the material being pushed a certain way because of the way he's kind of hunched over in this dramatic fight stance. So almost something like that. See, that's where a bend would be. Do a lot around that arm because that's really pushing the material, you know? Again, that's why I pushed it like that too, to be very, very crease worthy. That's not a word. Don't listen to me. Just draw. All right. Okay, so same thing. We're gonna do just like that, but with the pants, with creases and folds and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Although the main detail was up there, so here it's just material. Come down here for his leg. Gonna go down to tucking his boots. There's his knee. Now I'm following my sketch. That's why I kind of just draw, follow the lines and make it look like an actual leg. So it helps to plan stuff like this out, because you can do stuff like that. Normally, you know, you don't want to do this. You want to plan where each line's going to go, or be ready to erase, because I can't erase. That's my big thing. Let's add some detail. But anyway, that's why I can kind of just draw a line and just kind of go with it. Let's draw like the zipper, like this. That also kind of mess up the material, so we're gonna wrinkle it up like this. Okay. Let's see. The zipper, I want that part going over like this. Then basically this continuing. But see how I've got these wrinkles? I have to follow them now. But again, that's part of the plan, is I wanted to be able to follow those, so I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Okay, I'm going to tuck it into the boots and kind of wrinkle it up where it's going in. Same thing here, let's do some wrinkles, like at his knee. Let's really wrinkle it up. Okay, looks good to me. Again, all the polka dots, doing it with color. And now just make some boots. This one's pointed at you, this one's off to the side. I don't think I see anything special about the boots. Let me see. Oh, I do see some straps. Let me get that right. So there's like a strap going across here, a buckle. So almost like a little pirate. You know how the pirates have the weird things at the top of their boots? Almost that fashion, but not that much really. It's like that, but it's not. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm bringing it in like this to the ankle, down to the top of the boot. There's the back of the leg to the ankle, to the back of the foot. We'll add some detail in a second. Again, I just want to get the shape down for you. That. Now let's add some detail. So we're going to say that there's like a buckle strap thing going across here. We'll do the same thing over here. I should have done opposite, but I like the way this looks. Okay, and are there laces? I can't tell. Let's go ahead and do something like that. We can add laces. It's really not that necessary, but give us something, right? Let's do it. Let's add like the crisscross laces. And there we go. So do we add the eyelets? Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Oh, you know what I want to add real fast before we're done? It's probably too small for this, but it helps, you know, make a little bit of extra detail. The belt. I need to add some detail on the belt. Real quick. It looks like just then just a few more little like that, just to give us some break up that negative space, right? So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is the Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.